And thank you for starting the day with such a beautiful rendition of Sir Elton John's Sacrifice. And now the news in detail with me, Naja'atu Tejani. The Ministry of Women Affairs has launched an empowerment program, Women Agro-Value Expansion Initiative, aimed at expanding the scope of women farmers in the nation's agro-value chain. Ngozi Technico reports.
The First Lady, Oluremi Tinubu, represented by the wife of the Vice President, Nana Kashim Shettima, acknowledged the enormous potential of women in the agricultural value chain. She noted that equipping women with modern agricultural techniques will translate to abundant food, given that women make up 70% of the workforce in the nation's agricultural sector.
Nigeria is blessed with abundant land and natural resources. And we must utilize these blessings to ensure food security for all our citizens. I applaud the recent ban on the exportation of shea butternuts by Mr. President, as this directly impacts our women, who make up the 95% of pickers and local processors.
It's designed to address the systematic barriers that women face in the agro space so that they're not just participating, but they're actually making a lot of money.
It empowers them with access to finance, modern technology, training, markets, and enabling them to move beyond production to process it.
We are going to cascade this training knowledge we have learned here to our community. We came here, we unlearn, we relearn, and learn.
The women were trained on greenhouse farming, preservation, processing, and marketing, and would be closely monitored after empowerment to ensure success. In Abuja, Ngozi Technico, NTA News.
Meanwhile, the Ministry of Interior retreat at Zuma Rock Resort has ended with signatures. The minister and heads of agencies under his supervision putting ink to paper, sealing performance contracts for the year ahead. Victor Azu reports that the handshake following each signature signals both trust and expectation.
Day 3 and the stock taking gives way to signatures. Performance contracts now inked into obligation. Minister of Interior Olubunmi Tunji-Ojo called it accountability in action. His tone was firm but grateful. Progress has been made, he says, but in the year ahead, the bar is higher. And to the Federal Fire Service, with the Controller General barely 2 weeks in office, the charge was pointed. Leadership will be measured by the blazes fought and the lives saved.
I want to see a fire service that will be able to regulate and be able to enumerate the sector. And I want to see a fire service that will be judged by the number of assets saved. And I want to see a fire service that is more vibrant and will be a major employer of labor.
Asked what Nigerians can expect, the paramilitary chiefs pledged that Nigerians will see and feel the difference in safety, security, and reform.
We are going to see a lot of improvements. I want to reel out our detailed operational, strategies.
We have to go back and sit down and see how we can strengthen mechanisms that will make us begin to perform and give value to our jobs.
By the next retreat, definitely there will be positive impact, and Nigerians will know that there is a new fire service in place.
From the shadow of Zuma Rock, the Ministry of Interior must now turn symbolism into service, proving that strength lies not in words, but in results that touch everyday Nigerian lives. In Abuja, Victor Azu, NTA News.
And still on setting the bar high, the federal government is taking significant steps to strengthen the automotive industry with the establishment of an automotive training center to enhance knowledge transfer towards promoting domestic vehicle production. The Minister of State for Industry, John Owan Eno, performed the groundbreaking and foundation-laying ceremony of the National Automotive Design and Development Council Training Center at the University of Education and Entrepreneurship in Cross River State. Justina Etim reports.
On completion, the Automotive Training Center will equip Nigerian youths and professionals with modern automotive skills, paving the way for self-sufficiency in vehicle production and assembly. Minister of State for Industry says the center will accelerate growth and development.
For too long, our nation has grappled with consequences of unregulated automotive repair services, unsafe vehicles, unavoidable breakdowns and tragic road accidents. So this center is therefore about industrial growth. It's about industrial safety. It's about industrial reliability. And it's about the protection of lives of our citizens.
We need to embrace entrepreneurship in whatever you do. If you are a dancer, if you see it as a business, you prosper. If you are a mechanic, technician, you see it as a business, you prosper. But you need to know how to go about it. The university will do that for us.
Cross River State Governor represented believes the initiative will enhance human capital, create jobs, and boost the local economy, aligning with his vision for regional development.
To our beloved host community, UEE, and Akampa local government, I say, this is your pride. Embrace it as your own. Protect it. Support it. For it is designed to be a beacon of opportunity that will illuminate your future and that of generation yet to come. My administration will ensure that you are active participants and prime beneficiaries of the dividends of this project.
The project is set to transform Nigeria's automotive landscape, catalyzing industrialization. In Calabar, Justina Etam, NTA News.
And from Calabar, we head to Lafia, Nasarawa State, where ahead of the nationwide launch of the rubella vaccination in October 2025, the National Primary Healthcare Development Agency in the state is sustaining advocacy and strategic engagement towards ensuring a hitch-free program. Victoria Ujito reports.
Stakeholders drawn from both traditional and religious bodies, with the inclusion of representatives from both private and public organizations. The aim is to ensure representatives carry the message down to the grassroots and ensure caregivers avail their children during the campaign. The Executive Secretary of the Nasarawa State Primary Healthcare Development Agency, Usman Saleh, underscores the important role stakeholders need to play to ensure that over 1.3 million children in Nasarawa State are vaccinated during the campaign.
Your work, most importantly, is mobilization. Mobilization, because at your territory of work, we are expecting you to do more than enough. We are expecting to have very good coverage in this business together that is coming.
With Nigeria having the second highest cases of measles rubella, the Nasarawa State representative from the Health Sector Reform Coalition, Dr. Hadizatu Aliu, says the target for this year's campaign is to ensure 95 to 100% children from age 9 to 14 years are vaccinated.
Has measles right now. That one person can go on to spread this measles infection to 9 out of 10 people. That's how contagious measles is.
Measles rubella are two contagious viral diseases with almost similar symptoms and can be fatal. It affects unvaccinated children under 5 years, pregnant women. After the campaign from October 4th to 13th, measles rubella vaccine will be part of routine immunization for children aged 9 to 15 months. In Lafia, Victoria Kaswa Ojito, NTA News.
Nigeria is currently experiencing the peak of the rainy season. With flooding on the rise, 9 states have been placed on alert due to anticipated heavy rainfall. Musa Baba Aliu reports.
The sky and earth share a clear understanding. Nature has designed it so that when the sky releases rain, the earth absorbs most of it. However, when the downpour exceeds what the earth can absorb, flooding occurs. Investigations revealed that the amount of rainfall recorded across the country so far exceeded the earlier predictions by the Nigerian Meteorological Agency (NIMET). Currently, 25 states have experienced devastating floods affecting 272,890 people, with 230 lives lost. In the coming days, 9 states, mostly in the north, have been put on high alert. States listed include Sokoto and Zamfara, with Makera and Anka towns specifically flagged. High-risk locations also include Gwaram in Jigawa, Nafada in Gombe, Ngala in Borno, Sumaila in Kano, and Azari and Jama'are in Bauchi State. In Adamawa, Mubi, Sheleng, and Abakumo were named, while Keita, Bindawa, and Katsina Town were listed for Katsina. Areas affected by the flooding in Taraba State include parts of Lau, Karimulamido, Gasol, and Ardo local government areas. Rice and maize farms, most of whom are located close to River Benue, were destroyed, while many houses in villages along the River Benue bank were also submerged. Yobe State also recorded a devastating flood in Patiskun, where more than 500 houses were damaged. Adamu Mohammed is one of the 600 victims of the flood. He said he has never experienced a flood of such magnitude. The Ministry of Environment issued a warning that with water level rising in the River Niger, communities along the floodplain from Jaba in Niger State to Lokoja in Kogi State should prepare for possible evacuation. Musa Baba Aliyu, NTA News.
Thank you, Musa. And that concludes the AM News this Sunday morning. Stay tuned as Thelma and Patience will return with Weekend Deal after this timeout.